get in here. Get in here. And get in here. This is Miss Tanya coming to you live from her private practice here at the Denver Tech Center inside of Modern Salon Studios. I'm coming to you live this morning. It is Sunday, and the demand is pretty high for me around these parts. And I'm hearing why, because I be asking my clients, like, why you book with me? How come you didn't book with someone else? You know. And I'm hearing it's because women are wanting more in terms of longevity. Of course, everyone looks great when they leave the chair, right? Once they get their hair done. But the real result the clients are looking for is how long is their hair lasting after they leave the chair, right? This is a problem for the clients in Denver here. So I'm proud and honored. I come with humble beginnings. Greetings, Misty. But I'm in high demand right now. Today's Saturday or Sunday, and I got 4 more to do today. She be listening. Let me shut my door. This is how I work because I don't like nobody watching what I do when I'm in here. And I provide my clients with a private one-on-one environment. So once they come in here, it's like curtains closed and we go to work. And now I'm just, like I said, proud to admit that I'm in high demand because I'm no longer giving moisturization treatments. That includes keratin, protein, and all of that. I've decided to give hydration treatments. And I'm killing it because this is what leaves my clients' hair soft. Moisturization makes black hair poofy, brittle, feeling, and it don't last. I mean, as soon as you sweat on moisturized hair, it becomes frizzy and it's also brittle feeling. And I did not know that that was not normal and that that was the moisturization approach that I was taking. Now that I follow a hydration approach, and it's crazy because there's so many stylists here in Denver losing their clients, and they do a lot of their clients, and they don't understand why. There is a high community and demand of individuals that want soft hair, not brittle, dull, or tangled ends type of hair. So I've had to realize I didn't know that the proteins, the keratins, the relaxers, conditioners, all of that was causing all of this frizz and the struggles with the clients. Now that I offer hydration treatments, hi everybody, get on in here, get on in here. I don't have that problem. Everyone is coming back because doing hair is all about pleasing the client. It's not about pleasing you. You're a service provider, so you're supposed to ask the client, like, do you want your tap water cold or hot? Do you want a moisturization treatment or a hydration treatment? Do you want a soft press by use of a plug up that has a cord? Or do you want a hard press by Marcel? Clients are looking for individuals that are able to give them choices and options. A lot of stylists don't have many options, or they got the same options as the person up the street and around the corner. So I've had to do a lot of research to just understand what are clients really searching for. And clients have told me that they're searching for hair care way more than they looking for another hairstyle. Because as you know, we've been hairstyling for years. Only certain clients that want another hairstyle, and that's not older women. I'm 50. So I don't cater to 20 and 30-year-old clients. They actually make me struggle because those are the type of clients. They have kids that are taking their money, so they have to cancel. They have a lifestyle that they're not managing properly, so they usually have to cancel. They don't manage their jobs and their money properly, so they usually have to cancel. Women over 50, we got our shit together. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss. Please forgive me. We have our stuff together. Our money is managed properly. We ain't got no minors, or you shouldn't have no minors if you're 50. we got our stuff together. Our money is consistent, our jobs is consistent. And when you get into your 50s, you're ready to care. You ain't want no fake nails no more. You don't want no fake lashes no more. And you don't want no fake hair no more either. You're usually creeping into the self-care lane. So you're wanting different things. You don't want no more braids. You don't want another wig. You don't want another relaxer. You don't want another hair color. You don't want another haircut. You want to be cared for, right? You want to be educated, right? You want to be told why your hair is coming out. You want to be told what shampoo to buy at home, right? That's what clients, y'all, are looking for. So, greetings. Are you a dentist? No, I'm a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner. I specialize in textured hair types. And I'm a hair loss specialist. That's what I do. I don't style hair. You can't book hair color with me. You can't book extensions with me. You can't book braids with me. I think I'm the only woman of color here in Denver that ain't got braids or a natural service on their menu. You only can book the My Water Experience, which is a service that I created myself. Beauty school didn't teach me how to do a hydration treatment. We all know this. So I decided to elevate and do better than what beauty school taught me. So I created my own brand, my own approach, do things my own way. I trim, I don't chop. I do hydration, I don't do moisturization. I use a Marcel, I don't use plug-ups to do my smoothing with. So I decided that it's time for something different because clients want something different. And some of you that do hair, you should do the research just like I did. Ask your client, why didn't she come back? Instead of calling her and telling her that you got openings, you should be calling her and asking her how come she didn't come back. That's what you need to be asking. Because she probably might tell you, like, you used too much oil, you made my hair too heavy, or you cut too much off. I said trim, and you removed this much from behind my head, which is a haircut. That's not a trim. So that's probably why she chair hopped. She might have chair hopped because you used a plug up. She might have thick hair and she needed a Marcel, but you don't use a Marcel. You use only plug ups. That's another reason a client's gonna chair hop on you. Another reason I heard a client's gonna chair hop is if you started her late. Clients don't like that. I know some people think that that's like normal. When you go to a black salon, you're supposed to wait 40 minutes to an hour before you get in the chair. My clients don't wait. Oh, no. I'm running up to the door if I'm only 3 minutes late to go get my client. So I realize I care way more about the money. And I tell my clients I care about their hair more than they care about their own hair, because my clients be trying to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff to their hair. Man. So I didn't know how hard the struggle is at home with clients. So I decided to be the change that I can't find. I was a client here in Denver for 16 years. Still can't find nobody that knows how to work their shears without chopping inches off my hair. Jesus, if we use the word trim, that does not mean a cut. It's not the same. The only individuals that think a haircut is a hair trim are the ones that ain't been trained on how to trim. So of course you think a haircut and a hair trim is the same thing, but not in here. It's a difference, baby. A haircut means inches. A hair trim means hardly any inches. And I promise you, 98% of my clientele is picking the hardly any inches over a chop. You got to be young in your 20s or 30s to be cool with a chop. 50-year-old women ain't chopping their length off. We already know our stuff ain't growing like it used to. But see, 20 and 30-year-olds don't know nothing about that because they have not gotten to their 50s. So they ain't know nothing about the fact that what they got now ain't gonna last forever, baby. Your hair is gonna change as you get older. So get in here. Get in here. Get on up in here. I'm waiting on my next client, number 2 of the day, so that I can show y'all how I get down. Greetings, everybody. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. I've done a lot of research. You know what I'm saying? Beauty school didn't tell me all this. My clients told me all this. My clients told me they can't stand showing up on time and then you made them wait. You could have told them you was running behind before the client got there. Why would you make your client show up knowing you're running behind? Or why would you tell 2 clients to show up at 9 a.m.? I had a stylist used to do me like that and used to piss me off because I got a life. I don't want to spend all day in the shop sitting there waiting. I could have sat at home. You know what I'm saying? But you see, only us 50-year-old and older women value our time. I don't think young girls value their time. They'll sit and wait all year to get into somebody's chair. Not an older woman. We don't have that type of patience. So I realized my demographical market is different. My mindset is different. My environment is different. What I use is different. So I make different kind of money. I got a different clientele base. You feel me? Greetings, everyone. So I'm grateful to say that I'm in high demand. I'm known as Colorado's premier hair growth specialist, and I really don't like that title because everyone hair grows on its own. Hold on, y'all. Let me check. Oh, she's here. No, she's not here. Not yet. So thanks for waiting. Anybody got any questions about hair care? Because it is a difference. What are y'all booking? Are y'all booking hairstyle appointments or y'all booking hair care appointments? Because it's a big difference between the two. What y'all booking when y'all book with a stylist? Or are y'all trying to do your own hair at home by yourself? That's like trying to give yourself surgery. You need a professional. Those of you that are at home that are trying to do your own hair, especially those from behind the chair, you should be the last one that has crazy looking hair. Your hair should be on point every single day, especially if you holler in hair care. Your hair should be on point. Your hair shouldn't be in braids. That shows that you're not caring for your hair. So us older women, that's how we shop, y'all. We're looking at you. We're looking at how you dress. We're looking at how you keep your environment. We're looking at are you using dirty flat irons on me? Are you using stained towels and stained capes? That's not what's up. You know what I mean? That's a good reason that I'm going to chair hop on you. And I'm not going to say nothing to you because y'all got to understand clients ain't into telling you that they're unhappy. They just going to leave you and go someplace else because there's so many of us doing hair nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I'm 51. My hair is thin and I'm trying to figure out what to do. You got to exfoliate your scalp. You got to come see me, Miss Rhonda. You're not giving your scalp any care. The scalp, y'all, is like the dirt to a plant. You can keep ignoring it if you want to and thinking shampoo is addressing your scalp or cleansing your scalp. It's not. I've done the research. And unfortunately, salt shampoo does not get your scalp buildup off. So a lot of individuals are being misled to believe that shampoo is all you need. Look, our head is just like our teeth. You can't just brush only. You got to brush and floss if you really want a healthy mouth. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about your mouth, you're going to only brush. But if you care, you're going to brush and floss, right? Right. So when it comes to the hair, if you don't care, you're just going to shampoo it. But if you care, oh, you're going to detox that scalp and you're going to lift that dandruff before you shampoo, because that's what I do. You feel me? And mind you, it's like an Indian scalp massage. Clients love it. They come skipping in here and they tell me that that's the best part of the service. They fall asleep. I play meditation music for them. So it's a whole different vibe in here and they loving it. They said $185. They said that's doable because they out here paying $140 in other places and they ain't hardly getting no results. In fact, their hair is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Honey, that's not what's up. You need to not be charging nothing. If you're not doing nothing, what you charging for? You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you providing your clients with a result that they can't duplicate themselves at home, y'all. You know? Do y'all understand that? Or no? Yeah, no, maybe. I don't care. Do some of y'all care about your hair or do you not care? Because I did that research as well, Miss Rhonda. And do you know how many women in the world don't care about their hair? I don't care. Oh, just chop it off. Oh, I don't care. That ain't me, y'all. I make clients care about their hair. Look, cut is a bad word in here. So many clients come in here and be like, oh, just cut it off. For what? Are you trying to you don't like your length? They be like, yeah, but it's all holy. It's holy because you keep going too long. If you just get consistent and stop being neglectful to your hair, you won't suffer these holes. And I prove this once they get in my possession. Boy, these progressive photos, it proves that their hair loss has been reversed. That's what this mat that I use is all about. This is how we gauge. I don't use this mat to cut with. Only beginners use this to cut with. I use this because we gauge our growth. My ladies know when some of them first start, they're above line 1. Then as they continue seeing me, their growth grows down this chart. It also helps us to identify when they done messed up at home, because clients know that they don't be exfoliating their scalp every night like I tell them to. They don't be wrapping their hair every night like I tell them to. And they don't be, what else do I be telling them to do? Wrap your hair. And they don't be blow drying it. So they create hair loss themselves in between sessions. And I love showing a client how you caused the hair loss. I didn't do that. I love showing my clients, so this is what you look like when you left me last time. But see, if you're not taking photos of your clients, how you ever really gonna know nothing? You just guesstimating, just telling your clients, yeah, girl, your hair is doing fine, it's growing. How you really know if you ain't taking photos every single session? So this is what I train on. I offer mentorship, especially for those from behind the chair. I can definitely help you maximize your earning potential and triple your clientele base, because I don't know if you stylists are noticing, but you're losing clients, you're losing business. These salon suites are emptying out like nobody's business. My clients pull up thinking that we're closed because the parking lot is empty. There's a reason why. And stylists need to start doing the research to find out why your clients are not coming back to you. It's something you're doing that they didn't like. That's why they left you. My clients don't leave me. You know what I'm saying? I retain mine. No, I'm a holistic practitioner. I'm a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner is what I am. I specialize in hair and scalps. I handle your external organs. And I think I'm the only one in the world. So all of y'all watching me, you need me, because you ain't got nobody else in your community that's taking care of your scalp. The only approach that is commonly known right now is smearing oil across your scalp. That does nothing to your scalp. Except maybe soothe the itching. But to say it's gonna grow hair, that's not how we use oil. We use oil properly in here to soothe the itching. Another thing is, I hear a lot of stylists are telling clients that they need a protein treatment, knowing the client is complaining about hair loss. Protein does not reverse hair loss. Hair loss means you got a scalp problem. You got a buildup on the scalp that's being ignored and skipped over. So you see, lack of knowledge and education is also a problem from behind the chair. And a lot of stylists are afraid to admit that I'm confused. It's okay. I'm licensed. I had to admit that I was confused, and beauty school confused me, had me thinking that I can do what I was taught on the mannequins to black hair. At that, maybe we can copy and do what we learned in beauty school to these white girls. But you can't do what you learned in beauty school on black hair. And some people wonder why they struggling once they get out of beauty school. Because you didn't go to beauty school to learn how to do black hair. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do. And I'm going to teach you how to do it safely. I got all kind of alternative solutions for you to learn how to retain your clients. You don't want to spend the rest of your years behind the chair servicing walk-ins all day. That's not what's up. That's not what's up at all. People think walk-ins is a blessing. No, first of all, that means you ain't busy. You should be booked every day, pre-booked at that. And then a walk-in is a problem, because a walk-in don't care. They just looking for any chair that's open. They gonna leave you anyway because they wasn't needing you in the first place. They just needed an empty chair. So I don't like walk-ins. I don't take them, don't accept them. Can't nobody walk in here. I don't care how much money you got. You see, so you guys have to learn how to care more about that money. Clients can smell you when you only care about the money, because they feel it in how you treated them with their service. They can tell you didn't care because they woke up the next morning and had to put a flat iron to their hair. And if you're not doing the research, you don't even know that your clients is going through this havoc and this struggle. And then they paid you all that money to have to get up the next morning and redo their hair. I didn't know that this was happening. After clients left me, like, wait, y'all paying for a one-day service? Who does that? But it's a lot of clients doing that. Jump in a chair for a silk press. You ain't got your ends trimmed in over a year. You have not detoxed your scalp. And you want to jump into the chair for a silk press, and what, you think your silk press is going to be pretty? That's why so many have to add extensions to the hair, because it ain't pretty. Facts. We got to start doing the holistic job, making this stuff make sense. And if the individual has holes or hair loss and you feel that an extension is the solution, it's time. We need to take a time out, a technical one at that. Hold up. Let's figure out what's causing this hair loss. She's here. Let me go get her. I'll be right back. You guys should go and get you some water at this point. We're going to take a little break. You notice I said water. I don't want you drinking no more coffee, no more tea. Everybody like, I want the tea. I want some sauce. Put that tea and sauce down and get you some water, y'all, okay? I'll be right back. Text me, then you pull up. Remember I said I'll give you your water. I'm sorry.
Different understanding of here.
Gotcha.
But we're not. I'm just happy this wedding's over.
I know, right? So how did it go?
Oh my gosh, it was fun.
Good.
It's
Good.
over. I gotta let it. But yeah, we all had. I took men over, and yeah, Brighton, all the way over at Brighton.
You said in
Oh,
Brighton?
shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
dang,
you're
that's-
right. Yes. Out in the boonies of the boonies. But it was good, and she pulled it off. It was the Great Gatsby thing.
Yay!
So I didn't taste any of the cake. I forgot to taste it. It was just crazy.
Was it?
So yes, I was like, I'm gonna run into Tanya's arms because Jayla, we did pull off the wig, and she put it down here, but luckily I had headpiece that we went around because of the Great Gatsby to cover up the part that we couldn't really hide because I didn't want her getting close to my hairline.
So did it make you itch or sweat? Was it
No.
uncomfortable? Good.
No, I'm actually impressed with little baby girl.
Good. Let's get your scalp detoxed.
Yes.
Remember to remind me of the pressure.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad it went well.
Yes, emphasis on went. Went well, went, and it's checked off. So she is a more now.
That's what's up. Glad it came. You conquered.
Well, honest to God, I was a little bit worried because we were all kind of hectic, crazy the morning of. So I was like, oh my gosh. But then I ended up being there first because first of all, Macy, she was already. It was like, okay, it's all just because people, you know how Bridezilla and that whole. So we was like, keep calm. And
Are
Macy
you
was
more?
like, no, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if so, I got us a
Well,
fan.
that's what we were working with last night. The feathers.
Yes.
But she, yeah. Speaking of which, that was Nancy yesterday.
Was it
Nancy, fan me. I was like, bitch,
Yes,
I'm
let
hot.
me know if you get
I'm
hot.
Like, I'm hot. Move.
I'll give you I got a handheld
One
fan
fan.
now for you.
That was definitely Janice last night. Fan me. I was like, look,
It
honey.
is hot, and these hot flashes are not. What's up?
But her dress it's thick. So in her defense, shit, I give her credit for rocking because it was thick and like the feathers. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so we finally got through it all.
Good. Oh yeah, you got good growth coming in now.
I was
Look at all
prepared
this
though.
right here.
I know, but I was prepared for you for a little lecture because I had a setback last time, and then with this whole wedding thing, I knew it was just because I
Here's one
wasn't
thing
like
that
all good.
But
with
here's
it.
one thing we're learning: growth is not our problem, right?
it's maintaining.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's retaining the hairs and making sure that we protect them and making sure that they're not breaking. And as you see, it's 9 different things, right?
Yeah.
That makes our hair break off. So you're doing so much better. Because I help you ladies to understand now. You only see me 2 days out the month.
Yeah.
Your hair is with you for the rest of the days.
Right.
So I used to think it was the opposite.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, they don't have to do nothing much at home. All you do is got a book with me.
Yeah. No,
I really thought that I was like,
that.
had like a magic wand, you know? So you're doing better. I'm saying that to say, as your care provider, the changes are evident. Definitely can see the additional growth from the root. So all we have to do is just keep doing what we're doing and stay consistent, make it a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we'll never suffer again or go back into the hair loss. So I think with you now upgrading, or you know what I mean, backing up your frequency.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm happy it's summertime, because I've been wanting to do it. So like, I'm not restricted.
So no, one thing I love, like even going to the dentist, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can still see the dentist consistently every 3 months, because that's how often we're supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
You're still gonna get a cavity. Right?
Yeah.
Even healthy people that see the doctor every 3 weeks, because that's how often we're supposed to see a doctor, is every 3 weeks, still get a cold, right? You still catch a cold. So I've had to learn the same thing with our hair, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know this in the beginning. But now I realize, okay, that's what care is all about. When we do a hairstyle, bye, right? You're not coming back. We're not going to check on nothing. We're not redoing nothing. You're just going to wear it. So now I realize a setback is a part of care. Just like in school, right? Just because you flunked the test doesn't mean you flunked the whole course, right? It's just one area we need to work a little bit more on that you're not as proficient in, right? So now I realize that there's no real, like, I don't know how to call it, like badness, you know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, that's what you're here for. Progress. Yes. And look at all this growth. So you're doing amazingly well. And all we have to do is just keep doing what we're doing consistently so that we don't ever suffer the setback or the struggle. Is that pressure okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So how's the mister?
He's good.
Tell him I said hello.
Sitting.
That's what's up.
They asked me to watch because this is actually the longest I've ever gone without, without something, either my pet going with me or something.
Yeah.
So, or having something set up. And so my parents couldn't watch him. So it panned out.
How is mom?
She's doing good. She did not go to the wedding.
No?
No, she didn't make it.
Oh, no, she didn't like that.
Yeah, but when I came in here, I was on the phone with my mom. And I was like, well, that's who I was talking to. I was like, well, let me text Tanya, because something ain't off. That's when I put two and two together. But I sent her a link, and Nisi has these pictures things. So I'm like, because all night, send me pictures, I'm like, look, woman,
That's how some of my clients are. They're like, Miss Tanya, where's my photos? Miss Tanya, you didn't send my photos. Miss Tanya, where's my photos?
Like, stop, wait, just give it a minute. Give it a minute. So I'm on the phone. So I was telling her, and so I was trying to wrap that up. So before I came, got on the highway, and her bugging me about it. So luckily, Nisi had a link to pictures, so all the guests can upload their photos. So it's just a perfect idea, especially in this generation with everybody's cell phones. So
good.
Yeah. But yeah, I ended up getting to the venue first, ironically, after all the hoopla in the morning. My cousin, I almost was like, she was like, well, Sonny, I want you there at 3. I said, look, nigga, I'll be there at 3. Say it again. And then sure enough, I walk into the venue, I'm the first one there, and the girl comes up and she goes, do you have the place cards? I said, no, but I'll be happily to text my cousin and find out where they are. So I texted her, I said, hey, Nisi, I'm here at the venue at 3. I'm looking for the place cards. Looking for the place cards. But I was like, I'm not going to mess with it because I ain't trying to get my head cut off. I ain't trying to get my head cut off. her day is, she's stressed as it is, but yeah, it all turned out.
That's good.
Her grandmother accidentally hit the OnStar button, or not OnStar, that's a car. What is it? Life alert button. And firefighters showed up to the venue. We were like, that is crazy. I do want, I did pry out of her during the bachelorette party the price of her dress, because I was curious. I'm gonna pry out of her how much this wedding costs, because Tanya, I'm telling you, I was like, no, this is, Lord have mercy. Her Ashley, her sister-in-law, or yeah, she's like that girly, bling blingy, sparkly.
Gotcha.
So I think
dainty. I call women like that. You're so dainty.
Yeah, and gaudy. You know, like that gaudy look, like the big pearls and it's just gold.
She said the godly look.
No, gaudy.
Oh, gaudy.
Like,
Gotcha.
Joe Gotti.
Yes.
But yeah, because I was like, I was telling the girl, this ain't no Macy's dress. You're gonna have to tell me Macy's ain't cheap. But no, come find out, the dress she wanted to get done and made came to $20,000.
Woo! You said 20 G's?
Yes.
Woo! For a dress?
Thank you, hon. So of course that didn't happen. So her dress, and it's gorgeous, but $2,000. I don't think I would even spend that, to be quite honest with you, Tanya. I would have done heartfelt, but I don't think I would have. I don't know. I'm cheap. I'm frugal. I don't like calling myself cheap. I'm frugal.
It's a choice, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've had to learn in my life, that there's levels to everything.
And she do have daughters. She could give the dress to. You know. Let's see.
So do you like the new scalp brush?
I do. I have not been this past week. I used it maybe twice.
Okay.
But I need to do it daily.
Correct. We got it. Yes. It's just like brushing your teeth. You sweat sometimes 50 times a day, right? We only eat like 2 or 3 times a day, and tartar is another word for food buildup, right? I never realized that. You don't get tartar. If you don't want to get no tartar buildup, don't ever eat a meal. And none of the food particles will stick, right? So I realized with our scalp, because especially now with the summer upon us now, you're sweating 55 times more than you did over the winter months. And our sweat doesn't disappear nor evaporate. All it does is build, especially, like for instance, you didn't have any flakes until I got right here. All of this buildup came from this one spot up here. You have no buildup anywhere else. Hardly anything is falling. You have a few flakes here. But this came from one spot, which was right here. You probably itch right here. Yeah, it's a dip right here in your head. It's a soft spot. So this is where the sweat settles.
Oh, yeah,
that's
like
why
a
you
lake,
itch.
like anything.
Like a dip, yes, like a ditch. So it's not enough sweat to get over the other side of the ridge. So it settles into this area, and I can even see it. You have a bone, a ridge right here. So there's a dip. You can even feel it.
I know how you describe it is perfect.
Thank you. I try to. Thank you.
Because when you say it like that,
I try to make everything make sense, because I know that scalp care is not something beauty school teaches. So there's a reason why so many just take you straight to the bowl, and they're not doing any type of exfoliation nor massage to the scalp. And there is a time where brushing was all women did to their heads.
My grandma would say.
They would wash
it.
It's facts. She wasn't crazy.
And
she wasn't talking nonsense. She was telling you facts.
Yeah.
The industry has us thinking that we shouldn't be brushing our heads, do a hairstyle that you can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get to your scalp. Yeah. No. That's not hair care. That's hairstyling. So I agree with you when you say working on it, you know what I mean? We can always get better. And I would like to see you exfoliating your scalp every single night. I have some of my clients exfoliating twice a day because they sweat that
You
much.
know, yeah.
Yes.
And I think I'm in that category, especially during summertime, during this season.
Oh yeah.
That's
I know
why
I
I was like,
do.
I gotta do every 2 weeks during this season because there's just no way. My house in itself, I have no AC. I think I told you that.
That's right.
So you know, I
Yes.
got
You
it.
get really
So
hot.
yeah. So.
And are you sharing your bedroom now?
Summertime. Well, he's there a lot, but it's
Because sometimes most women struggle in that aspect because we're so nice, right? That we want to keep him more comfortable
Right.
or the spouse more comfortable than our own selves.
yeah.
That alone, and usually men, they prefer more warmth
Mhm.
because they don't flash like we do. So a lot of my ladies admit, they're like, Tanya, I am dying at night. I'm flashing. I'm waking up at 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. I got to go stick my head in the freezer. And that's because the room is too hot. So I'm happy to hear that you don't have that struggle.
No,
Good,
not
good.
as much. Because if anything, I can keep it cold if I can get it cool enough. Once I get that inside house temperature cool during summertime,
Mhm.
it's shut down. We got a system. Don't you open up a crack a window. But so it stays pretty cool if I can manage to, you know.
Good, good. And then, if all else fails, because sometimes you're just in a hot environment and there's nothing you can do, right?
Mhm.
So that's when you go to bed with the handheld fans.
Mhm.
Because, like, sometimes I don't sleep alone either. So the fans, they got a motor, right?
Mhm.
So it makes noise. But these handheld fans don't make a noise. You can put it under your pillow, especially these big ones. Just put these under your pillow, right? Under the pillow. And then when you get hot, all you got to do is reach for it. And then it cools the whole body.
Yeah,
yes.
It works.
You can fold it back up, put it under the pillow, roll over, and go on back to sleep.
Old school inventions.
Yes.
Just fine.
Holistic alternative solutions. Designed to save you money and time, if not both. Or time, if not both. Alrighty, we're almost done. I'm calling this now an Indian scalp massage. Because all of you fall asleep.
I know.
Sometimes I get mad because you guys aren't listening to me and you don't want to talk.
It's almost like with the kid that you want to eat but you're sleepy. So it's like
Exactly. That's funny. Your scalp buildup is not as built, like right here. You only have a couple areas where you have buildup. And that's because we're not going 4 weeks, right? Allowing that much buildup to collect. So you really only have buildup here in your soft spot, in your dips of your head. And just like going to see a dentist, when you come see me, you know that I'm going to get it all off. So what I'm going to do back here is I'm going to start horticulturizing this area because you've got good growth coming. So I'm going to kind of start minimizing the long, super long strands. Won't mess with your density and your overall growth. But if I don't do that, they're going to keep snagging, especially once you get kinky. Because once you get kinky, your density gets more difficult. And then you're trying to get to these strands here, which causes you to brush and comb really quick through the new growth, and you tend to break these hairs here. So I believe that us doing this every 2 weeks now, you're not allowing as much, right, to happen. So very proud of you for caring about your hair and not wanting to wear locks anymore.
No, it's over.
He said you over that.
Yeah.
So many women have locked their hair and they think that
lately, yeah, I have seen a lot more women with locks. And I was like, that was a fluke when I did it and when I was young, but I just kept it going for too long. That's one thing, but yeah, everyone asked me, would you go back? And even when I see women nowadays with it, I don't miss it.
Well,
I'm like, I've been there, done that, and I stayed there too long.
I mean, like
ready.
you said, it's cool for so long,
Yeah.
but the weight of them and
Yeah.
then the product that's added when you go in to get them relocked.
Well, I was doing it myself too.
Oh, good. And
were-
you wasn't adding,
But
right?
yeah, mine wasn't legit locks.
Wait, you were doing the tool, right?
No,
Oh, you were palm rolling?
no, I was just twisting and using the hair thread. Remember, and then my new growth, I twist, gel it, twist,
gotcha.
and then when it got long enough to see, I'd pick it out. At the
Gotcha.
bottom, I'd pick this. It was my cheap way of doing it, but I think I told you I put them in my head when I was still in college. I think I was like 20,
Okay.
21. So yeah,
Really? So that was right out of college?
yeah, I was still in college. So I would walk around probably looking like an idiot. But again, I was in my 20s. I didn't care. Or I did care. I was just in denial about how I look.
Say it again. We don't be caring in our 20s.
No.
We ain't got
That's why I'm
time.
like,
We ain't got time for all that, huh?
Yeah. They could just call me eccentric.
That's funny. We're moving too fast in our 20s. All we're trying to do is goose, maybe,
Oh, goodness.
and go eat or something, right? All right, let's get ready for your only descent into the shampoo bowl. Come on back. All right, relax. Relax. Would you like your My Water warm or cool?
Cool style. Oh, I need to buy that flat iron. I'm gonna do that this meeting.
You want to buy the flat iron?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Got it, you got it, you got it. Oh, you're going to love it.
Because
It
I
has
mean,
the
I
temperature,
keep
it has the
saying I'll
temperature.
do it on Amazon. I'll do it on Amazon, and then it's like shit. Okay, I'll do it
That
tomorrow.
that one's not on Amazon though. The one that I just told you.
Oh, I thought you should like that. You
Well,
sent me the link.
It's a different one.
Oh.
So the link that I sent you to is of the pencil that is in your post-session guidelines.
Okay.
It's a titanium, but this one's a gold titanium. This one has a temperature control
That's what I
dial.
see. That's different.
Correct. That
You
makes
gotta
this
tell me.
one so much better because
Okay.
this is perfect for our edges because you can turn it all the way down
Okay.
or all the way up, especially if you want to do your whole head. This is why I like this because it's a multi-purpose tool.
Okay, well, my question for you then is, what is your instruction in terms of temperature?
All the way
Because-
down to the lowest heat setting if you haven't washed, and you're not washing. So all the way down to the lowest. And you may say, well, Tanya, that's not going to be hot enough. Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what I
Yes,
was
it is.
gonna.
Because we're just doing our edges. Those are vellus
The
hairs.
pencil that you had us using beforehand, it had no gauge. It was
Correct.
just, you
That
plug
was
it
just
in and go.
450 straight. Correct.
Oh, so it's
That's why I was
450.
never really telling us to kind of use it. I was giving it in the post-session guidelines for clients that have thicker hair. But if you notice, I never really told you to use the pencil until now. Because now you have two totally different lengths. And a fatter flat iron is not going to get your short
No,
strands.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
too thick. So
Yeah.
this is more of
That's
a...
what that's what I know. I was looking for it,
multi-purpose
but I
tool.
couldn't find. So I figured, yeah, just thought
Come on
on
back. Right on.
So you said to keep it on 450. No.
Only, nope. I want you turning it down all the way to the lowest temperature. I think it's 280.
Oh, you said the other one. Okay, I
Yes,
got it, I got
yes.
it.
The only time you want to use the highest heat is when you just wash
Wash
your
your
hair.
hair. Okay.
Correct. That's the only time I think I know heat is not damaging. It's just like our clothes. I mean, you can put dirty clothes in the clothes dryer and it won't damage it, but what's going to happen if you try to iron it? It's going to damage, right? Is that water okay?
Yeah.
Had to learn. Boy, I had to learn. Washing a human head with your fingers is just like brushing your teeth with your fingers. Good luck with that. Come on back. That's how you wash white hair. But if you got black hair in your bowl, you better use a brush. Quit fingering. Quit playing. You're not thoroughly cleansing nothing with your fingers. I even go into meditation when using this brush. Water, okay?
I'm not supposed to be washing at home.
Not when you're here every 2 weeks.
Okay.
The only time I need you washing at home is if you are going to go 14 days without seeing me. The reason, you know why I need you to wash your hair at that point? Because of the hair loss. If our hair loss increases once your scalp buildup increases. So once that happens, your hair loss increases. Now you may say, well, Miss Tanya, I thought shampoo didn't get my scalp buildup off. It doesn't get all of it off. That's the problem. Because as I've shown you in the videos, your scalp buildup is not all over your scalp. It's only in certain areas. And those areas are built up, right? Especially once we can see them with the eye. That means it's a lot there. So the washing helps to minimize and reset. It resets your hair loss back to minimal. That's the problem with us going too long without washing.
Okay.
All right,
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good when you're in the chair with me every 2 weeks. That's the hair heaven of booking hair care appointments, is that you don't have to do your own hair without braiding it. You don't have to lock it, and your hair still looks good. You walk into me with smooth hair. You're not all kinky, afro-ish, you know what I mean? You've got a little bit of frizz that I now know didn't happen until week 2. You stay pretty smooth, right? In the first week, right? So everyone goes through what you see in week 2. Everyone starts to get poofy. You start itching on week 2. Your ends start getting a little snaggy.
No way, especially not after the wedding. I told him, I said, I'm running. I said, the only reason I'm not tripping is because I see Tanya tomorrow.
Said, I'm going to be all right, Miss Tanya.
That's y'all saving grace.
I love it. Very true, very true, very true. You are all right. I call it on base. You can go have a seat in my dugout if you in my chair. You ain't got no more struggles. You don't have to use a flat iron, adding oil to your hair every day. You do that when you follow the natural approach. If you follow the holistic approach, you don't have to add no product or use a tool. Which is amazing. Amazing. let's do this hydration treatment instead of a moisturization treatment. You're okay with your water being cold?
Mm.
Good.
Cold, but it feels good.
It's refreshing.
That's the word I got.
Getting all that stuff that the tap water leaves behind. So many don't realize how much is in the tap water. So many, I think, thinks it's just some bleach in the tap water. It is way more than just some bleach. Besides, a filter don't take the bleach out anyway. So many are uneducated and they don't realize it. Because beauty school show didn't teach you nothing about the tap water. But it's your primary and tool that you use for hair, skin, and nails. But beauty school didn't say nothing to us about the tap water. All right, all done. No hooded dryer, no plastic baggies. We done in the bowl. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Manageable, no hair.
It matched with the, like when you visualize Great Gatsby, the day and age it was in, the outside of it, I see where she was going with the look. Because like in hindsight, now I know, there was kind of like a method to the madness.
Yeah, so it was
But it
like
almost,
a theme, right?
well, yeah, but everyone didn't have a theme, but not really pull it off. You always got to explain it to people. But looking at it, you can look at it and take a picture, and it actually looked like everyone, like almost went back in the past. Even the little boys. I got some pictures of the little boys, and it was just so. I mean, hands down. I mean, God came through. It's like I was impressed. I'm tired. That's why I'm tired. Because I had more fun than what I thought I was gonna have.
Right.
I was jumping around with the kids. Oh yeah, I'm cooked. I don't think I've ever been to Brighton. Have you?
No. Oh yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking more like over by Middleton.
I used to fish at Bar Lake.
Okay. Okay, see, I've never been that way, because every time someone...
Yeah, that's the ports up there too,
Yeah, because every time I thought Brighton, I was thinking like northwest. We went way out east. But honestly, I think it's the first time I've ever been that far east. only other, the one thing that if she would have had it, would have totally put it over the thing was, like those cars they drove back then. Now, Jamar and Ashley, they rented one for theirs. The old school, really from that era, that time frame. But if they had that for nieces, that would have been a nice, I think she kind of piggybacked some ideas from Ashley, because that car would have been good at nieces.
True. Is
Like
that
a
your
Great
old one?
Gatsby.
Is that on one?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Good.
I
Just
think
making
it's
sure.
I'm dead. I'm just so happy it's not horrible weather.
I know, right?
I just want to get home.
Woo, it'd be hot in here.
You can turn on the AC if you like.
I'm getting ready to.
Yeah.
Gotta turn on Big Bertha. Woo, it'd be hot in here. Got gray hairs coming in.
Yeah. I've been at gray hairs.
But you got new ones, you know what I'm saying? I noticed
more and more.
the little babies. Alright, let's start smoothing.
Yeah, I was speaking of gray hair, my cousins and my cousin's friend, Christopher, we all grew up together. When you see him now, it's like, it hits you. It's like, oh my God, like we now the adults.
Yep, and you don't see them every day, so they grow so much faster.
I know, and you look at each other, it's like looking at you. You look old, but wait a minute, I'm in your group, so I'm old too. But it was nice. It was just nice to see how everyone was doing and that they were happy and healthy. Everything happened through. I admit I was a brat kicking and screaming throughout the entire process. I was like, let's get it over with. But I'm happy. It is over with.
Here looks better.
Yeah, slowly but surely getting there.
Yes, good job for not breaking it back open and letting it heal. Now I can the rust.
I told you what my cousin called it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vagina ear.
Yes.
I would like to slap it every time she said. But yeah, I found some clip-ons yesterday, so I couldn't wear the earrings that I could wear, but I wore some clip-ons that came close and matched with the dress. That was the only thing that I was out of line with in terms of Miss Mora wanting. It's gonna get weird calling her. Oh, nah.
Oops, sorry.
Can you hand this? Cute. You're like my cousin.
My
too.
gold.
Yes. You're like my cousin.
I can't stand anything silver. It gotta be gold.
Well, yeah, I'm white gold or silver.
So I went crazy with
Or rose
everything.
gold.
And I'm not done. I
Rose
want to get a
gold.
gold trash can. I'm about to figure out how to turn my Marcel's gold too. Shoot.
It's cute. I mean, people can pull it off.
I'm gonna
You
figure
can
it out. JD said all we gotta do is get some. That's okay. I got you. Get some primer.
But you can pull that. Some people can pull it off. I can't.
Cause I think all this stuff is like spray painted. All the gold stuff
Yeah,
on
but
there.
it's very, you know.
Very
I
flashy.
admire it when I look at it with somebody else, but I feel like when I put it, I can't pull it off the same.
Oh,
My mom's the
yes,
same
you
way.
can.
My mom's the same way. She rocks it, but I can't.
Yes, you could. I didn't think I could rock gold either. But I promise you, it makes anything and anybody look like money. Something about silver, it just don't hit as hard
True.
as gold
True.
does. Gold is so flashy. It looks chic.
And that's probably why, because I
Classy.
like laying low. I've always been shy.
Miss
You know,
Tanya loves to be.
stand it out. Yeah, you're yeah. And I'm an
Uh-huh.
introvert, so that's probably why I prefer not being, you know, pulled out.
Makes sense.
But it's pretty. The whole bottom like tier of her cake was gold.
Oh.
And it was like the flakes. And her friend did that. That is what is crazy. I mean, I'm like, Lord, that girl got talent. I thought, I was like,
Skills, huh?
yes. You know, you just never know what gifts God has blessed people, you know, unless they step out on them. Because she was at the bachelorette party and she showed me some of the pictures of the stuff she did. And it looked gorgeous, made me stop and be like, oh, this looks really, really, really professional. But it's one thing to see it in the picture. Because when I saw the actual thing, it looks like something you'd see on, what is it? Food Network Cake Wars. Have you ever seen Cake Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is, yeah. I think I got a picture of it. I can show you. But that's what this reminds me of, all your gold. And then one was black, and then one was red. Burgundy. I'm thinking that cake in and of itself, shit. How much do cakes run?
Shoot,
'cause
cakes
I
can
don't-
be
yeah.
thousands of dollars,
Okay.
depending on how you know what I mean?
A wedding cake, you say, okay.
Hundreds, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
especially
that
if it's like
cake
the
for
free
sure
tier.
was honest to God, I think
These
maybe
girls out
was
here
4
charging
or 5.
$100 just for a little 2-year-old birthday cake. Hell, so I know
Okay.
they charging
See, I'm not
for
in
a
that
wedding.
type of, I don't know that much about this. So in that case, that cake had to be at least, I'm saying, like, you said they started at 1,000?
No,
Maybe at 1,000.
no, it just depends. It can be 200, you know?
Oh,
It just
yeah,
depends
yeah.
on who you went through, what all you want, the extras, you know?
I'm proud of you.
I pray it lasts and natural.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I've been telling everybody? Because I've been huffing and puffing. I've been telling them they better stay married till Jesus comes back. All this stuff she's having us. Text her. Send me a picture of your shoes. Send me a picture of your hair. Send me. I'm like, look, I'm gonna be there. Stop. But yeah, so I said they better stay married till Jesus comes home after all this. Or not Jesus comes home, you know what I mean? Jesus comes back. And it better not be no annulment, no funny business. That's way too much money to be spending if you ain't sure.
I agree. Some do it. Because I think they're more into the flashiness of it than anything else, you know?
That's the kind of thing I'll throw when I make it 30 years with somebody. Shit, 10 years. Like, okay, I guess we are meant to be together.
So are you wrapping this up?
Yeah, this past
wish I
weekend
could
though, I
go
was
home.
slacking.
Oh, that's all right. We'll
Yeah.
get back on track then. That's all we need to do. Let's just get back focused. It's harder to suppress It's harder to silk press when the shorter strands are all mixed in between the longest ones. It makes it harder to grab. It's a challenge.
Shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa puff, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. The prep work for the trim is real. Yeah, that's self-inflicted. So stop doing it to yourself. You're getting to an age that your organs need it. And I know we later are going to be like, oh, I need to drink. Oh, I'm fine. I've been fine. But girl, that's fine. That's it. Your insides are struggling. God is saying, girl. feathered, right?
Yes, please.
And still with the bump in the front.
Yes, please. Man, I am ticked off that I didn't taste the cupcakes. And you know, when I was leaving, my uncle, he had one in his hand, and I remember thinking to myself, "Don't forget to grab a cupcake." And then one of Jasmine's kids came up and was trying to light his sparkle, and it burnt the side of my finger trying to help him with his sparkle. And then so I forgot the damn cupcake. But what do they do with all that cake at weddings? But they take it, that goes home with them, do they?
It usually, gets packed up and goes home with the bride or the groom, or
Okay.
someone that was in charge of them. Somebody that was in charge of the coordination of the wedding, because whoever cleans up
Okay.
usually is in charge of all that. growing up. Look at her growing up, getting big. Yes, I remember when this hair is on top was so short, and I was not able to make a curl like that.
Dude, are you able to do a little bit more of it? Well, I got you.
Well, yes, but it will be too tight. It'll be tighter.
I do like. I'm content with this. I'll be okay with that. I can kind of comb over the side.
That's why it's important, because when we suffer setbacks, I don't have the same amount of hairs that I had last time.
Right.
So this is why it's important. Look at the gray coming in.
I know. I'm debating if I want the sideburns behind the ears still, but I kind of like. I like kind of. Okay.
I
do like how that kind of looks though.
It just gives a different appeal, but you gotta like it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, and I'm not used to seeing myself like that, but I'm on the fence about it.
There you go. Yeah. It's okay, and it's something we can grow into. It's not, look, so I think it's a habit to make them go down instead of behind the ear. but
I like it.
it's what you like
Yes.
is most important.
Thank you.
Thank you
Tanya.
so much, love. It's my pleasure. Ready for Colorado Springs. Here you come.
I'm on like the couch. I feel like I have
You.
passed the test.
Oh, you have, and you're so pretty.
I'm gone.
You're so pretty in your dress.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
So that flat iron is.
I'm only giving it to you for $25 because I love you.
Thank you.
I love you.
You're so sweet. Cause my cousin damn near made me have to bank her up just to be a part of her damn
It's
wedding.
it's gonna show up as a custom charge, okay?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And you're okay with my water? My water? You got some last time, right?
I did,
Okay,
but I'm not
you're
supposed to
okay.
be washing.
Correct. So you do not need it when you're in my chair.
Okay, right. So
All right, your total's $210 for today. $210. Do you need any change?
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pay this.
On the card? Cash?
Yeah, let me pay for my hairstyle and then I'll do this on the card.
Gotcha. So you're $185 in cash, and then we're gonna do $25 on the card.
Boom. And that way I can, it'll be better tip wise.
Oh,
tip
thank
that
you.
way, and
Thank
because I don't have
you
enough
so
cash
much.
for all that and a tip.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your new Nano.
My Nano.
So it's
Oh,
called
Nano. That's
Nano.
called it. Okay.
It's called the Nano Titanium. Not a ceramic or a tourmaline, because those suck. Gotta get that titanium. All right.
Right. We're good. The seat sits. All right, thank you, thank you.
It is my pleasure. I thank you. And I'll see you back in 2.
Yes.
Thank you, baby. Drive. It's my pleasure. Drive safe. Going back to Colorado Springs. All right, I gotta get ready for my next one. Y'all like how I did that? No relaxer. No heat protectant. No, well, I did use some spritz at the end. But man, that was quick, that was fast, that was easy. And she left me looking like I gave her a full strength relaxer, huh? Didn't it? Let me go get my next client because it's cracking for me. I told y'all it's cracking for me. All right, thanks everybody for staying in here with me. Thank you, Miss whoever you are that sent me, Miss Linda. Miss Linda. I think that's who sent it. I'm not sure who sent the situation, but I'm about to go get my next client. Keep it moving. Client number 3 of the day. Ooh, I'm having fun. I'll be back. And welcome back
Yes.
for session number 2.
Yes.
I'm so proud of
No it, Miss Michael.
you. I'm so proud of you. And guess what, baby? You're prettier without the wig. I think we think, right,
Yes.
that we're like ugly in your own hair, and you're so pretty. You walked up looking so radiant, so what's called natural, you know?
Yes.
So welcome back, baby.
Thank
Session
you.
number 2. It is my pleasure to be your hair and scalp restoration practitioner. So session 2 is unique because this is when we start to individualize your care and your sessions and our time together to you. Yes, to you and your liking. Session number 1 is just like kindergarten. Not much happens, right?
Yes.
It's just the
The standard.
overview. Yeah, I tell the same thing to every single client, every single session in one.
Okay.
Session 2, when we come back, I want to know what was difficult for you. I want to know your struggles.
Okay.
I want to know what was the hardest part that you faced but over the last 14 days.
So when I got home, my press lasted a good 4 days, but that's when I was just
So
walking
listen,
that mile.
And listen, that's just the first session.
Okay.
So what happens is your longevity is going to increase with each session.
Okay.
So if you say you got 4 days this time, you're going to go probably 5 to 7 this
Okay.
time. What I do for your hair in here is just like fine wine. It gets better over time.
Yes.
The longer we do something, the better anything
It
gets,
gets,
right?
yep.
Yes. So we've been so accustomed to just, let me go get my hair done or a silk press just one time. And that's
It'll be done.
and that's gonna fix my hair.
It's
No,
not.
no, no. That's not hair care. That's hair styling.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get into hair caring, as you're noticing, we're doing different things, right? Just
Yes.
like when you choose to go get a real plant compared to the fake plant you
Yes.
had, right? Oh, you gotta water it, and you gotta. I'm gonna detox you afterwards.
Okay.
Let's go into the bowl. Only because of Jill. And
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
want
I slicked it down because it
That's
was
all
on
right.
the
You gotta
top.
do what you gotta do, honey.
I slicked it right
And that is okay because again, we're in our beginning stages, right?
Yes.
Just like a kindergartner. It's okay if you cry because you miss your mom. We're used to that, right?
Yes.
That's a part of the process. So I'll get it once I get you back to the chair. So how did you do it wrapping?
I did pretty good with wrapping. I got my scarf. I got the little net around it.
Good job.
I got my
Is
the
it
icy.
staying on?
Yeah, it was stayed on.
Good job.
So I
were you
wasn't-
struggling with that before, where it would pop off?
Well, it popped off, and I would just be looking like
Crazy.
nothing
It makes
even
us
happened.
yes, we're like, oh my God, there goes my money.
Yep. So
My
it stayed
silk
on. And
press
I
is
got
done.
I got 2 of them just in case. So I was like, maybe. But yes, I got that, and then I got
Good
the
girl.
polisher for my ends.
Good
so I was
girl.
putting polisher on my ends.
Got them
And-
home hair care
Yeah,
supplies.
and I have my blow dryer in my cart on Amazon.
Good
I found
job.
it,
Good job. So if you noticed also, everything that I've suggested and I highly recommend is not expensive.
No.
I have already found and done the research to find us what's called cost-effective tools. So we're not spending a whole bunch of money.
And I've been
Just-
using my brush too.
Good girl.
And my daughter's been
Uh-oh,
rubbing
look
too,
at her.
yeah.
You're now following the holistic approach. Before you were following a hairstyle
That's
approach.
right,
Yeah. So let's get started with your holistic cleansing. Alright, is that water okay?
Yes.
Let me know if it gets too hot.
Okay.
So any other challenges that you faced over the last 14 days since I saw you last?
No. So I did I did wash my hair, but it was soft as when I left, but it just wasn't. I don't know how to flat iron or anything.
I was gonna say you can
but-
never duplicate my
Yeah.
result.
Nope. And then I do have the 3/10. I got that. Too.
Good job,
I
the
got my
pencil.
Yes, I did.
That is the business when it
Yes.
comes to our edges and the shorter strands.
But yes, I'm like, I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna be doing this, where this natural and getting it, I'm gonna have to learn how to.
Correct. And what's so amazing about this is just like school, you're not gonna have the same results for long. This is the difference with hairstyling. Our hair either stays the same when you hairstyle, or as you know, it gets shorter, right?
Yes.
Over time. In here, I'm gonna restore what you've lost, slowly but surely. So, the struggles we face is not gonna last forever. It's only going to be present in the beginning. Once we get past the struggles and the beginnings and things become more consistent and we're doing things more frequently, you're going to see the results. I tell everyone, you had a hair loss problem before you came to me. Nobody has a hair growth problem. That's a myth to think that we got to swallow a biotin pill.
Yeah, and I was,
or smear growth serums across your scalp. Your hair is going to grow anyway, even if you didn't smear the growth serum across the scalp. And everyone notices that only lasts or works for so long.
I was gonna
The
ask
oil
about
begins
the
to block.
biotin pills and all that. And
My thing is, you can take a biotin pill, you can take a a chlorine pill, you can take a caffeine pill if you want. You can take as many pills as you want to, but none of them have been proven to grow our hair. So I had to do that research, and this is one of the ways that I've kind of leveled up is I've stopped spreading the rumors.
yeah,
And I did the research, and it's like, oh, our hair grows automatically, so we have a hair loss problem is what we need to address.
yeah.
So this is why a lot of stylists are making mistakes by telling a client that is complaining about hair loss that they need a protein treatment.
Yep, that's all you hear.
Oh my God. I did not know this, that these stylists is out here lying like that, because protein does not reverse hair loss. Don't say it does, never said it does, and it's never done it. So clients are frustrated with these individuals because they notice once they go home, they're going to go right back to losing their hair. So I had to do that research too, because I used to give protein treatments myself. And now I realize, like, okay, maybe the addition of all that chemical with this tap water here in Denver that is not rinsing like it should.
Yeah.
It's just not. And most stylists are not thinking about what your tap water is doing because we weren't educated about it. Beauty school didn't talk to us about what the tap water ain't doing, which is not removing all these chemicals that are in the products that we use. And I never thought about that. It's like, dang, no wonder I've been missing the mark and struggling from behind the chair, because there's more women, as you see now that you're here with me, we want hair care more than a hairstyle.
Yeah.
I mean, the hairstyles are cool, but that's only going to satisfy me for so long. Yeah. So if you don't have an alternative solution to restore hair on your menu, you're going to lose that client and you're going to end up struggling. Because you clients are changing. You ladies are respecting your money. You ladies are respecting your time. Like, water okay?
Yeah.
I have women flying all the way here from Houston.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what's going on in Houston, y'all?
And just slapping a Band-Aid over the problem.
Yep, all they want to do is give you some extensions.
Yep, and that's all it is. Even if it's like, I can respect somebody like, you know, if your hair's not ready for braids. You know, instead of just giving me something.
Yes, yes, yes.
But you don't come across that.
No. Somebody that's going to redirect us, to say, hey, you notice that this is happening? And do you realize that this ain't happening when you do that? I know a lot of braiders that just braid over thin areas. It's like, whoa, whoa. Was there even a conversation to determine how she got that thin?
Nope.
Maybe it was the braids that made her that thin. So to do more braids or to cover up a thin spot with weave or a wig is improper practice. You're causing that client to struggle even harder.
Yep.
All day, every day. Okay, here comes your scrub. Is that pressure okay?
Yes. you have like a particular amount of clients hair you do a day, Tanya?
I do. That's a good question. I do have a quota. I only do 5 of you. I only
Okay.
allow 5 clients to book with me every day because I'm 50 now. And I realize I get tired after the 4th client. I do you ladies back to back. I don't take any breaks in between you ladies.
Okay.
So by the 4th client, I'm worn out. I don't know a lot of individuals doing the kind of volume I do by myself. I mean, I know salons that got 5 and 6 chairs and they're only doing 6 clients a week.
Yeah.
I've done your client number 13 since Friday.
Okay.
So I do that. I'm very busy. I'm in high demand here in Denver because a lot of individuals are suffering hair loss, alopecia.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the top, whether it's in the back in the nape, whether it's in your length line or in your edges. Women are starting to notice like, hey, these braids ain't helping me.
No, that's
hey, this wig ain't helping me. Hey, this natural ain't helping me. But these girls in Denver, they're so afraid to change. I've had a stylist tell me to my face. She said, oh, I'm always going to use conditioner. Even though I just told you it's causing a struggle, she clearly don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Well, I care, y'all. Yeah. I'm a little different. Always have been. They be telling me here in Denver, you doing too much, Tanya. You got your clients spoiled. I ain't doing all that. You be doing their scalps. Using hydration instead of moisturization. I ain't doing all that. Well, they wonder why they're losing clients. And I'll tell them, like, your clients ain't lost, y'all. They're here with me. Come on.
Got some hair care going on over here.
Yeah, women are wanting hair care, and we kind of sick of hairstyles.
Yeah.
You know?
The hairstyles don't last, and it's
Say that again. It don't last because these stylists don't understand that part. They think once you leave them, you're straight for days.
Yeah.
But you're not, huh? I had to do that research. I had to ask the uncomfortable questions to certain clients, like, "Hey, how come you didn't come back after the last session?" And it was like, because it didn't last. I had to redo it the next day. I had to put more product in my hair. It felt brittle. And I didn't know that all that was going on at home. I used to think, however the client leaves me, I guess you stuck and concreted in and it's never going to change.
Well, if you don't tell me, then you don't know either.
Yeah. And then not telling us how long we should be going until our next appointment. That was one of the biggest mistakes I was making too. Leaving the next booking up to the client. Our dentists don't do that.
They already, hey, you gonna come back here.
That's the first thing you do before you leave is you booking that next appointment. We have never been taught how to run business properly and we wonder why we're struggling. Every client should be rebooked.
That's same.
Whether you coming back or not, because some girls try to be like, well, I don't know my schedule. Okay, I don't know mine either. I don't know if I'm gonna be alive. Hell, we need to get you on these books. Exactly. Yes. Thank you for asking. It really does matter. And Sundays are my overflow day. You can't book a Sunday with me.
Okay.
I used it as my overflow day because I already had 5 that I had booked and confirmed yesterday.
Okay.
And so to get you ladies into your first 4 sessions, I make a lot of sacrifices with my time because I'm just as committed as you ladies are, and I care more than you do about your hair. So some days it is. So this brush is one of the reasons why you stay so soft, because our fingers cannot cleanse the ends of textured hair, like hair. It just sloughs over them.
It sure does.
And so this is why a lot of times the hair gets so frizzy and poofy, because you just sloughed over it with your fingers instead of brushing through the hair and getting in between the ends.
Yes.
Like now, you notice how that sound has gone?
Yes.
Hold on, let's do over here. A couple more strands. There we go. Now that that sound is gone, that's because all these strands over here now are clean. That that's a sign that we got some stuff still on the hair.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of times they're just shorter strands that are mixed in between the longer strands. So you are well on your way to healthier hair. Understanding, you're getting educated in here. You're not just, getting styled. And you're going to be so rejuvenated.
Yeah.
By session 4. It gets better and better. Today, it's going to look different. It's not going to look exactly the same as it did in session 1. You're going to notice the longevity. It's going to last a little longer. It's going to feel a little softer. Is that water okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to do well.
I'm excited. I'm like,
You should be.
You say
I'm
what?
so
2 years
proud
to get
of
this?
you.
I'm
You're not-
staying this time.
I'm with you. I'm right here with you. Shoot. Because so many women are afraid of change.
Yeah, it's scary.
I saw that. I spoke about you behind your back.
Yeah.
You're so special. I told my friend about you. I said, she started crying.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're feeling renewed and you're finally in a safe space. And
Yeah.
you finally have been saved. Sometimes them is tears of joy.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's scary, but I'm taking this first step.
Exactly.
And my husband loves he loves when I have my own hair, so I'm like, this is gonna work for everybody.
Did you know that that's all men?
Yeah.
They
Like,
deal
oh,
with our weaves and our
Yeah.
extensions, but the real law of attraction is to wear your own
hell
hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be you.
Even if it's frizzy and kinky,
Exactly.
you look sexier in
Yeah.
your own hair than the weave.
Yeah, that's what he always tells me. I don't care about that.
They don't. And they now feel so much what's called secure because you're now rocking your you.
Yeah.
That's what they fall in love with, So I'm glad you have that kind of support at
Yes.
home because a lot of young ladies don't have no support at home. You'll notice by session 4 there won't be this noise.
Okay.
I'm getting your shorter strands that are all mixed in between your longer strands that you can't get with your fingers. You just
Oh
can't.
yeah, because they'll be bunched together and you
Yeah,
slide that
shampoo
over.
makes your
yeah.
hair stick together. Yeah, so many people try to argue with me about using a brush. And it's like, you gotta use this brush. And it will not snag as you feel. It's not painful.
Nope.
I'm completely combing through your ends and thoroughly cleansing your hair. It does make a difference. Come on back. Is that water okay?
Yes.
Here's my water.
Okay.
It's hot in here. Hydration is the new vibe. Everyone is still on that moisturization. And I think, let me break this down because I done did so much research, it's almost ridiculous. So, I feel that if you're anything like me, you think a moisturization treatment, which is conditioner, some type of cream, is gonna soften your hair.
Yeah.
Ooh, no. It ain't never said that, never has, and is never gonna, because a moisturizer has alcohol in it. So I think because we think or seem that half the word is moisture, I think the brains assume that it has moisture in a moisturizer, and that's not the case. Moisture and a moisturizer have nothing to do with each other. If you want soft hair, you gotta hydrate.
Okay.
If you want your hair to be soft after it dries, because everyone is like, oh, but it's soft when it's in. If you put boo-boo mixed with charcoal, mixed with some clay, it's gonna have slippage when it's wet. My God, let's make it make sense. But what's it gonna do when it dries? Yeah, your hair is gonna be jacked up. That ain't the case with this here my water. We're removing the metals from the tap water. A lot of people are like, what? She don't condition. What does she use to condition the hair with? I use hydration. I'm not using moisturization. That's got everybody struggling. Big time.
And it's so dry in Colorado.
That's what people say, you need conditioner. That's what the stylist, I had a stylist, she was trying to talk stuff behind my back, but she failed to understand that I know everybody here in Denver. So the client couldn't wait to come and book with me to tell me everything she was saying. Like, Tanya got y'all buying water? Yep, Tanya got y'all buying water. Yeah, because clients feel the difference. Because that's what matters.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, you think all these clients is booking with me because I'm making their hair feel the same way it did when we used conditioner? No. Come on, baby. Let's go to smooth. No. No, we don't do that. Ooh. Good job. Nice and hydrated. Let's go right into the comb out. Notice how we got total manageability at the scalp.
Yes.
And that we don't have the resistance till we're out here, right? So those are just your ends.
Okay.
And I'm gonna minimize them slowly over time every time I see you.
Okay.
The industry trained me to go on and chop it all off in the very first session. Well, what I've done is I've done the research to understand that clients are not the same way they were back in the 1950s when the Mill Lady Standards were developed. Mill Lady Standards is what we study for hair in beauty school. So like I was telling you before, women are changing, you know. Not everybody in the chair is stupid. Most women booking, they know their hair. They know what they need. They know what they want.
Yes.
But when they get with a stylist and they're telling her, oh, you need a protein treatment to stop your hair loss, most women are smarter than that. So stylists don't understand where the lack of booking is coming from. It's like you're not speaking properly. And that might have been a biology major that was calling to book with you that already knows what it is. By the way, remember the hair that we got in the first session with the comb out? I told you. I told you it would be less.
It's gonna be less.
All right, let's move right on into the blowout. readjust. Cool air means your skin is still damp. Hot air means that it's dry. This is one of the most important steps that's skipped over when soap pressing. And this is what causes your roots to be so poofy. Okay. If the skin is still damp and you put your heat to the damp ends, roots, of course it's going to be poofy. Okay. So this step is so... I told you the education is deep. This is why our moms used to be like, don't go outside after you finish, right after you take a bath, because your skin is still damp. It takes a long time for the epidermis to dry. Okay. Much longer than the hair. Okay. Is that warm now? Put it over here. How did you like the fibers?
I loved them.
Did you get some for at home as well?
I had them in my Amazon cart.
Good
So
girl,
I had the fibers and the was it gray bird?
Silverbird. That's right, because the color is gray.
Okay.
The best blow dryer in the world. It's the strongest. I just blow dried your hair today in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was like this is.
I didn't have to section, use no clips or nothing. Like, woo! Baby. Alrighty, so we're gonna do our trim.
Yeah.
I'm kind of blowing up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I posted one of my trims.
Okay.
And it's going off right now. I'm probably over 200,000 views already. But what I loved about it is the fact that everyone is loving it. Like, clients have changed. Mm-hmm. Clients prefer a trim and a dusting of their ends way more than they want inches removed off the back of their heads. So it's like, dang, the industry has flopped when it comes to what clients want. When it comes to what works, it's definitely different. So let's get these ends dusted. So what we're going to do is we will check your edges in session 4.
Okay.
Because it'll be then that you'll be able to see the growth that we're establishing together. It's difficult to see in the first 2 or 3 sessions. Okay. But by session 4, you're going to see the new growth that has begun to come in. And what's crazy, as you probably know already, our It's not like we can produce inches, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes years
Mm-hmm.
for our hair to get long. So I've realized that the hair loss is a part of the game. So every time we come back, you come back into me, this is needed because the ends I trimmed last time died out.
Mm-hmm.
That happens as soon as like 7 days after you leave
Oh, okay.
me. Your ends, and you can feel it. When you left me last time, you had this smoothness to your comb out.
Mm-hmm.
Then it started tangling, right? Started snagging a little bit. That snagging is the what I call the check engine light that tells you, like you feel this, feel that in your ends.
Yeah.
You don't feel that
No.
over here. Those are usually just them longest strands that done grew faster than everybody else on the head. Those are the ones that are snagged because as you comb through, those
And
longer
right
strands
there.
are the ones snagging and catching the comb.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the only strands I'm removing. So many, I think that just because I'm holding all the hairs in between my fingers that I'm cutting them off.
Mm-hmm.
No. You don't cut every strand when you're pruning. I call it pruning. A lot of people call it dusting. But all I'm doing is removing the few strands that are protruding.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. This is what allows your comb through to be smooth. So many individuals wonder why they're snagging so much in their ends. Well, usually that's in an individual that is not trimming or dusting their ends consistently,
Okay.
and they've died out. A lot of, I think clients think that, oh, but I have my hair in a protective style. And it's like, okay, that's true. But just because you decided to wear a protective style does not mean
But you don't
that,
need to.
well, that you've concreted your hair into place, right? Because I think that's what girls think.
I think it is that too, because I'm like, when you look, oh, protective style, everything is protected, everything's supposed to be moisturized, and
No,
ends are supposed to be tucked and moisturized, and it's like, no, they're not doing that.
No, I mean, let's be clear. When you moisturize, you're going to be frizzy and poofy.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you hydrate is when you are soft, when you dry. So I even got confused. That's why I broke it down the way I did. Like I thought a moisturizer softened my hair. It does not, never has. And it's like, oh my God, once I cracked that open, half of my struggles ended because it was like, dang, I was just using the wrong products.
Yes.
Thinking I was going to get a different result. That's like baking with flour versus salt. That cake ain't going to rise to no salt. You got to use flour. Yeah. So there's some things in life that we can't adjust. We have to follow the formula, right?
Yes.
And I had to learn that the formula for hair growth is what we're doing. It takes time. Our hair does not grow inches unless you live in humidity, a high humidity, and unless you're young. The older we get, the more slower everything gets. Your sores don't heal as fast.
Mm-hmm.
Your skin ain't looking the same. It's more wrinkled. This is a part of life. It's the circle of life, actually.
Yes.
I didn't know that. And how you left me last time in terms of your finished style. Was that all right with you?
Oh yes, I loved it. My kids loved it. My husband loved it.
Isn't the attention amazing? Like, did they act like that when you came home with your wig on? No.
Same.
Yeah, like, hi, Mom, right? And then
And
you
then-
came in with your holistic hair, and they was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Especially my son, he turns 13 next week. He's like, Mom,
Oh,
I love your hair, Mom. I was like, oh.
That's sweet.
And yeah, they were like, oh. And my husband's like, yeah, that's what you need to do.
Tell them I said hello.
I sure will. He's like, yeah, I can do this.
That's what's up. I'm hearing that a lot of husbands get frustrated with their wives wasting money
Yeah.
at the salon because they're like, you're still struggling and we're paying all this money for your hair.
Yeah.
Not everyone is in the chair for a hairstyle. So some are looking for their hair to get better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is restoration. So the men notice soon as you guys get home, they be like, what did she do?
Mm-hmm.
Because her hair looks amazing. 99%. Oh, that's why. That's a new why.
I don't know how to do my hair, so it's easy to just slap some on and go. It's really
And I get our mindsets because we want to be pretty. And I
Yes.
think that's why we do the weaves because we're like, I'm not going to walk around with frizzy hair.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, well, I want to go out and I'm at a dance, but as soon as I dance, not how I came back in here. It's not going to be the same person.
Man, like right now, I'm sweating my butt off. Usually my hair would be kapoof, you know? I used to have to wrap my hair for everything, and now I don't. I can fish. I can do my outdoor life now without wrapping my hair, and that's only because we're cleaner. Listen, the real truth behind our hair don't like nothing on it.
Mm-hmm.
The products is what makes us kinky.
Okay.
So many are like, how is she doing what she's doing? It's really a no-brainer when you really do the research. Our hair is porous. You walked in session 1 with a lot of product buildup in your hair. That's what had it so brittle feeling. Now that we're using a different approach, we're not using any moisturizers. We're not covering and coating your hair anymore. That's what moisturizers do. So now that you're more free, more clean, of course your hair is going to feel better. It's like, well, dang, we've been missing this mark for years and wondered why we were struggling, you know? So, man.
It's like, yeah, protein treatments, oil down. If you don't have oil, then, you need oil for this, you need oil for that, you need to put this in here. It's a lot.
That's a sign, I think. Oil is what's called a resource, right? And I just told someone this morning, healthy hair does not require any product. Period. The only time you go to grab something to put on your hair is when it's not acting right, right? When it's not looking right, and when it's not feeling right. That's when we go to grab oil or we're grabbing product to add to the hair. So I had to realize these things and was like, man. I've been missing the mark for years.
Well, Kathy, you got the darkness.
Me too, and I'm proud of you for being here. Because you clearly care about your hair. Or you'd still be with the stylist you was with before.
Yeah. And it was a lot because it's like one stylist, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And you're like, well, it didn't work out for me. Then you try to find something different and it's the same. And then you're like, well, maybe it's the whole approach about everything. Maybe they don't know. Like you said, hair care. They want a hairstyle.
Correct.
They want to style my hair, but they're not caring for it.
That's right. A lot of stylists don't understand that part. All right, so you still have quite a bit of an area of deadness.
Okay.
But I want you to pay attention to the restoration area. It starts from the scalp down.
Okay.
Because remember, we're keeping the homies. I call your hair, your old hair, the dead ends, those are the homegirls.
Okay.
We keep them around because they help us out, right?
Okay, yes.
But they're going to fall off over time. So it's better to lose them slowly over time than to suffer the blunt chop in one session. So I say that to say, sometimes clients actually lose their hair in the first 4 sessions.
Okay.
And that's only because they went so long without a trim. Yes. Yes. That's like not giving your child a darn immunization shot. You neglected that child. Now we got to give the child so much more, right?
Yes.
So I had to learn that timing is everything too, right? We have to ensure that we're staying consistent. We got to be patient, and you got to be committed as well. And this is the part I help you with, being committed. So I'm going to get your blowout. Then I'm going to silk press you, and we're going to look at your straight result. This blowout is the best progressive photo because I can see your hole. And oh yeah, you done already started to retain some hair. Watch, you won't ever have to cut your hair any shorter. Let me take your photo. Alrighty, any questions for me before I start smoothing? I say this is just like any other therapies that we sign up for. I always say, think about it. When you go to get therapy, say for your foot, right? Say your foot got messed up and you went to go see a therapist. Don't nothing really happen, right? You just go in, have a conversation. They start educating you on why your knee had started hurting, and then you start some new exercises, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought I was sprouting. I was like, I
Oh, don't tell nobody. Oh, hi, babies. Oh, you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hold up. You didn't have this here.
No.
No. You were pretty.
Bald right there.
Yes.
There was nothing there. I was
Okay.
I thought I seen some babies.
When I was over on this side, that's why I said, I was like, I'm not sure that I see growth. So that's why I said, I'm not going to show you restoration until session 3. But baby, over here,
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing
Nothing
to
right.
grab.
No.
So that's why I was like, wait. We've already reversed your hair loss effects, and you now are restoring what you lost. That's why I don't use the word hair growth in here.
Okay.
You did not see that
Nowhere,
on my communication. I don't say I'm gonna grow your hair. I'm gonna restore it because I've done the research now to understand growth is not our problem.
No.
We got a hair loss problem, and I've already reversed the hair loss effects. So your hair is no longer gonna fall in the front. I mean, we've lost a lot already.
Yeah.
But what happens is it starts going further back.
Yes.
Now we've stopped it. Now it's gonna come on back because this is gonna regrow now.
Okay.
Man. So it's just a waiting game.
Yeah.
And I think this is amazing that you already got growth results. And it's only been 14 days.
Yes.
I think it's amazing. So now I realize I need help. You're probably like, what, Miss Tanya? Yeah, I need help. I need help developing a class. I think I should offer a class.
Yeah.
But I ain't got no time. I'm so busy. I don't have time. When I get done in here, I'm gonna go home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to sit at no laptop. So I know there's some people that just know how to coordinate a class.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to meet that person because I do believe everyone is now ready because they're suffering. Stylists are noticing, like, dang, where did that client go?
Oh,
How
yeah.
come that client ain't been back? Where did that client go? And it's like, she's with me.
Hair care.
There it is. And yes, it's more work, as you see. I've never done the edges all the way around the head like this before. You know, I used to ignore the back edges. Only was worried about the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that clients actually appreciate the added attention,
Yeah.
the added service, right?
Yeah, no, I
Look
really
down.
enjoy the education.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The education is important. It's more important than the actions, than the practical skill set. Because you can ride a bike all day long, but if you think the tires are made out of plastic, you're gonna struggle, right? Because that's the education of the bike, right? I had to learn the same thing with doing our hair. Like, I had to learn the education. That's what we're missing. Beauty school doesn't really. I don't want to say they don't educate us, but not about black hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's that. They missed that mark. They taught us how to do them mannequins, and then they gave the impression in the book like, oh, this is what you do to black hair. Well, no, not everybody wants to braid. Not everybody wants
Exactly.
to lock their hair. Not everybody wants to color it. Not everybody wants a relaxer. Some of us just want to be enhanced.
Flowing and
Correct. Manageability. Let's talk about that because a lot of people don't know what manageability means. And when you have manageability, that means that you have no snags, right? You're able to comb through it.
yeah.
This is where moisturizations, even this spot, is coming back in. You
Yeah.
already have, I'm gonna do a video today. You already have what's called peach fuzz. And those are the short strands that are coming in. That's why you see these dots in here.
Okay.
Because those are areas that the follicle is now, or the pore is now generating additional growth in this area. So over time, it's gonna go away. And that's because you got new growth in that area now.
Okay.
So exciting, especially for me as well. I mean, I've been at this for years trying to figure out why the hair loss is occurring. Because as you see, your hair is long. You got length in inches behind your back, but you suffered loss in your edges and in the top.
Yeah.
I think that's all simply because of just the formula, right, that we have been following before. Now that we've changed the formula, we're getting a different answer. I am using a plug up because I noticed, I'm gonna go back over it with the nurse now.
Okay.
So we're gonna wait on the Marcel to warm up.
Okay.
Almost ready. So that's what really lays these ends down, but you're already beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
So when it comes down to greasing our hair, Miss Tanya, how do you feel, or what's the formula with that?
You say greasing your hair?
Yeah. Like your scalp, or
I always say,
grease it.
let's do the holistics and slow down, and let's determine what result, right? Because that's what this game is all about.
Yeah.
Understanding the result of your choice. So when it comes to oil, first and foremost, what is oil? It's a viscous lubricant. It's never said it was a dandruff remover. It never said it was a hair growth solution. It's never even said that it's going to take the itch away. So what I say to everybody is the hair and the scalp are two totally different organs. They are not the same. So therefore, oil is going to make you heavy. Now, you may say, oh, I love being heavy. I don't. I don't like being flowy. Heavy and stick. Yeah, I want to move. I want my hair moving.
Yeah.
And oil definitely is a movement killer. Okay. Number one. Number two, oil is thick. Ain't no such thing. Even the lightest oils are thick, are heavy. That's going to clump your hairs together now.
Yeah, so you're going to have...
It's going to not move, and now you're heavy, and this is where the hair loss ensues. Okay. The combs can't glide through all that oil. So it starts to snag, and people don't understand that.
Okay.
So I think they think that, okay, my hair is going to be what? Better with oil? And I tell everyone, you can put, let me think of some stuff that would be crazy on our hair. You could put some kerosene mixed with car oil. You can go get some 1040, you feel me, out the auto department store if you want to. Nobody's going to take you to jail if you want to be unnecessary and aggressive and abusive to your hair. That's on you. So we got to pay attention to what we want and what are we using these products for. We got to understand gel makes your hair stiff and hard.
Yeah.
I don't want my hair stiff and hard. So I'm not never going to use a gel or an edge control. Conditioner makes my hair poofy, frizzy, and brittle feeling. I don't like that, so I'm not going to use conditioner unless I wanted my hair to be frizzy and brittle. Don't nobody want that result. You know what I'm saying? So I've had to realize and learn, what is it that we want, right? I tell us women that about a man. You don't really know what kind of man is right for you until you determine what it is you want from a man, right?
Yeah.
So our hair is the same exact way. We have to first determine, okay, what am I trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Because like maybe there is a day or a time when we want to be stiff and hard. We want to not move, right? We want to be stiff and we want to be brittle feeling. That's when you use moisturization.
Okay.
That's when you use, you know what I'm saying, conditioners, is when you want to be stuck, heavy, not moving. That might be a vibe, you feel me, based on where you're at in the world. So this is where I've had to slow down, like, wait. What am I really wanting, right?
Okay. Because I didn't put anything in it when the last 14 days. So I was like, I asked about if I needed to put something in there.
And I would say your hair didn't fall out. It didn't look funny. It did just fine without oil, right?
Yeah.
So all I do is expose us. I've exposed you to what your hair feels like without conditioner.
Yeah.
I've exposed you to a trim, right? Without getting any shorter.
Yeah.
I've exposed you to a hydration treatment, which has gotten your hair stupid soft the way it is. So all I'm doing is just introducing us to a new way without using all that stuff that we've been using all these years.
Because it's like once you find a product and you feel like it doesn't work, then you're back at the store and then you hear from your cousin that used to get it from her grandma, then you're going to go buy that product.
Then before you know it, you got 50 bottles in the crib.
And you're like, all these are, I've used it once or twice and then it's just they're a waste of money and they are not cheap products. So
No, they're not. That's why I pride myself with the items that I have found for us.
Yeah.
They're not expensive at all. At all.
And I love that it's like a personal, like you're not like at a shop and there's 15 people and 1,000 people coming in and out.
See, so many people, there's this big conversation going on right now about the differences of a salon and these private suites. Okay. And what stylists are trying to say is that these suites are not good for a stylist. And it's like, you have to know your you, okay? Like, when it comes to me, I ain't never been a team player when it comes to doing hair because I do things so differently. Okay. Hey, some need a team to do hair, right? There's some salons got 2 people in your head at the same time. Yeah. So everything is not for everybody. And I've had to learn the differences between the twos, you know, like, hey, what happens if I do this and what happens if I do that? Okay. So what I found with these suites, and I'm going to break it down for both clients and the professional. Okay. The only individual that really needs that salon environment is someone that needs to still learn. You still want to be around others so that you can listen, so that you can watch and continue to learn. So if you're more in your beginning stages, of course you want a salon, you know what I'm saying? But I'm past that, you know, I retired as a stylist 2 years ago. So at that point, I realized, I've always worked by myself, but I realized at that point, I love providing a private one-on-one. Okay. Somebody said to me, there's a reason you're in a private room when you go see a doctor. There's also a reason you're the only one in the room when you go see a dentist. But when we go get our hair done, and it's even more sensitive when we're doing our hair, we tend to, be more exposed, right? Yeah. And with the level of work that I do, because I'm not in here styling and, you know what I mean? I have a lot of individuals that start with me that have had excessive alopecia, hair loss. Nobody
I was
wants
like, I
to
hope
be
I'm not
exposed.
the most.
No, look down.
I was like, oh my god, it was just because it's like embarrassing, and then it's like you learn
Sure.
and you just walk out, and I was like, well, this ain't made me feel like $1,000,000.
I get it. I completely get it. I totally get it. I've done all that research, which is why I do what I do. So what you feel me doing is getting through these uneven ends. This is what is so crucial about the Marcel, because you felt that?
Yeah.
I just straightened those dead ends. That's something we can't do with the plug up. That plug up be like, whew.
Yeah, that's it. It hasn't worked.
It be hard.
I don't think like people really understand like hair is just so different
and it differs on each person.
Exactly.
Beauty school had us kind of, I think, misled to believe that you can do the same exact thing on every single client, and it's like, no, every client is not the same. Mannequins are the same, but we are not. And this is where a lot of individuals, I feel, suffer, struggle, because they try to use the same exact tools on everybody. Like in here, some of my ladies, the Marcel is too much heat.
Okay.
Like my hair is too dense for a Marcel iron.
Okay.
You have high densities, so I would not be able to provide you with the type of straightness I'm providing you with them plug-ups. And the only ones that think plug-ups is all that are those that do not use a Marcel, because they don't have a difference and they don't know an alternative result. They only know what the plug-ups is doing.
Yep. And I've been to a couple salons, and I'm like, my hair, I just walked outside.
Right. Yeah, that's what's crazy about these dead ends. It's not every single strand. It's only certain strands. That's why I don't like to cut them all off, because every single strand is not the problem. So why risk them and eliminate them if we don't have to? Yeah. Absolutely. What'd you do for the holiday?
I went over to my sister's house. We live like right around the corner.
I wish I had a sister.
You can have my younger one.
Okay, I'll take her. Look down for me, chin to chest. There you go.
Yeah, we just had a barbecue. Did you do anything?
Nope. I was here.
He's working.
We were supposed to go fishing, but the weather wasn't right last weekend. It rained.
It did whenever it was. Yeah, it did. It stopped. And it was. I've never been fishing before.
No.
My husband goes. My kid went, and I'm like, maybe I want to go fishing now.
You do. It's so relaxing. If anything else, it's a nice way to just relax. And some people don't understand how therapeutic water is. Sitting in front of water. It allows you to daydream, which is a form of meditation, it's a form of prayer. And so it's like a forced relaxation. You know what I'm saying? When you go fishing, because you're sitting, because you got to wait for the poles, right? Got to wait for the fish to bite.
Yeah.
And then it's also a good bonding ceremony as well, or time to bond, because the whole time you're fishing, all you got time to do is just sit there and talk.
Yep. I'm like, I want to go fishing.
Yeah. And then you might catch something that will fulfill you because it's food.
Mm-hmm.
The most healthiest fish in the world is fish you catch yourself. Getting through those. And
Is there a particular fish you like to catch, or just like a lot?
I like bass. I
Okay.
used to like catfish, but
Okay.
I decided to kind of become more obedient
Okay.
and decided to stop eating codfish.
Okay.
Let's see a patch here.
And is it just because catfish is like the
Bottom-
bottom feeders?
Bottom feeders.
Okay.
Plus their meat be all yellow and stuff. I don't know what that
Yeah.
yellowness be, and now it bothers me.
Yeah, I'll cut everything around.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I now prefer bass.
Okay.
My favorite bass is crappie.
Okay.
And then after that, I prefer to catch like a stripe or wiper or walleye. Largemouth bass, they're hard to catch.
Oh.
Largemouth are usually out in the deeper waters. You gotta have a boat to catch them.
Okay.
And there we go. I just had a little patch.
Okay.
They're harder to catch from the shore.
Okay.
Gotta have a boat for certain species. Not every species comes
Comes in
into
speed.
the what I would call the shallow waters. They stay more in the deep end. Plus your big fish also stay in the deep end too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my husband's from Virginia, so he's like, oh, we used to catch catfish. We used to, crabs and all that. They used to go get us. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have like a particular location you like to go to?
Yes, we usually drive to Nebraska
Okay.
because here in Denver, the population has increased tremendously.
Okay.
So many more people here.
Oh yeah.
Especially
Outdoorsy.
out, yeah. Like we go pull up at the lake now. It's like, oh my God, we ain't even got a spot
Mm-hmm.
because it's that many people on the lake now.
Okay.
So it's different. But when you go to places like Nebraska doesn't have a whole bunch of people.
Okay.
So there's not a whole bunch of people fishing.
Yeah.
So the fish is not being caught super fast. They get to stay in the water a lot longer. So you get to catch, there's more of them,
Okay.
and they're much bigger. Certain
Healthier
species of fishing here, boy, you're gonna definitely have puny fishes. Like the trout. In the
Oh yeah, I was
cities,
gonna say the
you know?
trout. I think they went fishing and brought us back some trout. And they were like, try it. I'm like, this is a baby fish.
Mhm,
It's a
little
fishlet.
puny sardine.
Yeah. This is a fishlet. I don't know.
Did you get you a blow dryer?
I have a blow dryer already, but I need to
What
get the-
kind? What kind is it? Because you may
I think
already
it was
have
a.
two
I
pieces.
think it's like I think it's Conair, and it's not like the same, but it has the cone, but it's not the circle.
We just got to look at it
Okay.
because you may have a 2,000 watt blow dryer, and we just may have to get you a pick
Okay.
with it. So if you will, when you get home, take a photo
Okay.
of your blow dryer and send it to me
Okay.
so that I can do the holistics with it and determine what the wattage is, and then determine if you need another one or if that one's sufficient.
Okay.
I'm hoping it is not an 1875. The 1875s are so weak It's not enough torque in the motor to straighten you. A lot of individuals notice, they're like, how did you do that with my hair? How did you blow through it that quick? And how did you get me so darn straight? A lot of that has to do with the fact that I use the 2000 watt.
Okay. Yeah, I have the gray bird in my Amazon with my fibers, so I do need to have that prepared. And the fiber stain just depends on how active or how your hair takes to that.
Say it again.
The fibers, when you put them in?
So that's just really a cover up. It's just a solution to darken the area thickness. And it gives the illusion that you have hair in that area when you don't. So it's what's called a resource to get you through, right? The thin times. Because you'll notice once you get to session 4, you probably won't even need the fibers because that area is going to have enough peach fuzz that it'll eliminate the skin color.
Yes.
Over that way. And did I curl you last time?
Yes, you did.
You like the curls?
I like them, yes. And you said when using a flat iron was low heat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The only time high heat is safe is if you just washed your hair.
Okay.
Dirty hair is going to burn. A lot of individuals wonder why you get heat damage, and that's because you're using a flat iron on high heat on dirty hair. Yeah, that's always a formula for scorching or burning. This is why most stylists do all right in the chair, because we wash the hair. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that part okay?
And do you have children, Miss Tanya?
I do. I got a 3-piece.
Okay, you have a 3-piece. Me too.
Yes, I have a one girl, and then I got 2 boys.
I have the same, Miss Tanya.
That's what's up. I think I heard you say that.
You know, I have a 17-year-old boy, a 12-year-old, and a 5-year-old girl.
Oh, yep, you did it just like I did. There's 5 years in between Deja and Jalan.
Okay.
And then there's 3 years in between Jalan and my youngest.
Okay. Any grandbabies?
I do.
Two? Okay.
My daughter, she's 33 now. So she's got the grandbabies.
Okay.
And you said you had 2 boys and a girl?
Yeah.
And your girl is oldest?
No, she's the youngest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's 5. I'm like, if I would have had her first.
burgers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, cut the wrist.
yes, it's coming together. But more so, you're all covered at the top.
Okay.
Your spot is covered. And I would say you still got ends to get off, but it's
Okay.
you're gonna feel like, yeah, it's a little softer. It's not as crunchy in the ends. And that's just because we're taking off a little bit at a time.
Yes.
Correct. To preserve your length, right?
Yes.
Now, some girls do come in and they're like, Miss Tanya, can we just cut it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you're gonna get shorter if that's the choice.
Yes.
Some girls are okay with it, most are not.
Okay.
So you get these hands.
Okay.
Much better. Sometimes putting the icy on your hands and then rubbing it through will
Okay.
prevent clumping it. Sometimes spraying it directly on will make it too
Clump it.
heavy
Okay.
in that area.
And should I
Now,
put?
do you want some hold or do you want to leave me flowy and moving?
I like Floyd moving this time. Yeah.
Good, I do too.
I don't.
Don't do it,
Yeah, I like Floyd moving.
Yes, it looks really good.
I love it.
So flowy.
I know. I love it. I love it.
You look pretty.
I love it.
So
Thank
pretty.
you.
You are so very welcome. It is my pleasure, for sure. You also get another free. Did I give you an 8? Yes.
Yep. You
Did I give you a big bottle?
Yep.
Okay, the 8 ounce?
Yep.
Then that's going to last you for the first 4 sessions because
Okay.
we'll then develop what's called your care plan.
Okay.
Alrighty. Good job at home. We make an amazing hair care team.
Okay.
Not every client does. So you did well because you came back in, managed. Some girls don't know what to do without.
Okay.
So it was soothing to see you come up.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
was-
kind of what I do. I kind of watch to see what you do, how you do it, if you can do it, and you're able to what's called pivot. So anytime it gets ready to get frizzy, that's what you do. All done. Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
Thank you, Miss Tanya.
Oh,
Thank you, Miss Tanya.
oh, it is my pleasure. I thank you for trusting me and for loving me.
Yeah.
All right, sweetheart. I'm tired already. But it's been an amazing day. Did y'all see me do that? Like, y'all see me how I handle their alopecia areas? Got a lot of clients that book with me that have lost their edges and have lost their whole entire crown area. And so I don't allow them to continue to do the things that I know created the baldness. And she was wearing wigs for a long time. So we've had to discontinue the wigs and helping her with things like the hair fiber. She never heard of a hair fiber before, so she thought she had to just walk around with her alopecia spot exposed. Nah, this is an alternative solution, and it helps the girls increase their confidence and not put the wig back on. So I'm about to go get my last client, and I am going to end this now because she's new and she just came out of chemo. I do not allow every client to be covered on here because some of my clients have a very, very sensitive alopecia concern. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Thanks for the likes. 386 likes. Ah! Thanks, y'all. I really enjoyed having you here with me today. I was supposed to go live this morning, but I've been so busy. I was tired this morning, so I thought of you all, and I said, let me go live while I'm working. So I pray you enjoyed it. You've watched me through 2 clients, 4 in 3 hours. Some can't even do 1 client in 3 hours. So if anybody's interested in learning how to do hair the way you watched me do hair, let me know, okay? I love you. Everyone that hasn't already, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Be sure you hit that notification button as well. You see that bar down at the bottom where you like? You can slide that. Just so you know, I didn't know if y'all knew that. You can slide that bar, and then you're going to see the word thanks. You can hit that thanks if you'd like to thank me for allowing you to witness a scalp detox. You watched me do a trim, not a chop. You watched me give a hydration treatment in the bowl instead of a moisturization treatment. You watched me Marcel iron today. Like, can I get a like? Thanks, everybody. I really enjoyed having you with me. I pray that you enjoyed watching the holistic approach for hair care, because this is hair care in here. That's what this channel is all about. Transitioning you all from the natural moisturization approach to the holistic hydration approach. Oh, deuces. Thanks, y'all.